Welcome, everybody, to this episode of the Driveway Podcast. You're finding us on a serene day. We are embodying a certain mentality, or one of us is, as you might be able to see. I am dressed in an old money style. My colleague Matt Smith across the table from me, deputy editor, we agreed that we were both going to dress in a certain style.
I forgot.
One of us brought a hoodie. One of us went for it. I feel a little foolish, but Matt assured me I look good.
Well,
do you still agree?
Yeah, I think you look terrific. You've really dressed the part.
Yeah.
I think we both try and approach this job as authentically as possible. And this is the first time we've had a topic in front of us where I looked at this and I said, Are we truly the experts here?
Yeah.
But we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best.
Hey, Matt brought it up. The topic today, we're going to get right into it. The topic today is the best new cars for old money style in 2025.
Yeah.
So, one of us is embodying this. For the audio listeners only, first of all, I'd suggest head over to the video.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm in a nice white crisp dress shirt with a, what do you call this?
Quarter zip?
A quarter zip draped over my shoulders.
Yeah.
I feel very foolish, and I'm going to take it off soon. But for the intro, you get it.
There's nothing wrong with a quarter zip.
No, but
Peyton
like
Manning
this.
likes a quarter zip.
Well,
Eli Manning likes a quarter zip.
Well, I
Mannings.
do trust the Mannings.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Unless they have to beat the Patriots.
I'm not going to get into that because I don't have enough knowledge to speak on it.
Well, luckily you have enough knowledge to speak on the best new cars for old money style. I'd like to just call out before we dive too much in the true vehicles for old money style.
Sure.
None of them are new, right? We're talking like real old money style is like a vintage Land Rover or like an old W series Mercedes. But for those of us in the new car market, everybody likes new things, even if they don't want them to look too flashy.
Right.
These are the cars that we found on the new market today that we think really embody that kind of grace and elegance, not the ostentatious flashiness that frankly we're seeing in so much vehicle design now.
A lot of times we talk about these articles. Sometimes they're written by contributors. Sometimes they're written by us. Today is a special day because we have the author of the article of the list that we're going to speak about at the table. Matt Smith.
You're talking about me.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, okay. I've been here the whole time.
Also, I'm going to take this off.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
There you go.
Toss that over.
There, perfect.
There we go. It's an Izod. Don't worry.
Nothing wrong with Izod.
I love Izod. So this is the best new cars for old money style.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You start off your paragraph. It's beautifully written. Old money, stealth wealth, country club cars.
That's right.
Beautiful. You're setting the scene.
Elliot, we talked about authenticity and trustworthiness. What we're bringing to our jobs. I try and put myself into the buyer's shoes, but sometimes assignments feel a little bit like I'm writing a term paper. It's like this week I'm driving a Lincoln Navigator.
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
really under the radar.
Yeah,
really,
for sure.
Yep.
It costs $105,000. I'm not the target buyer for this. It's also the size of a school bus. I have one kid, no pets. That's not true. I have a cat. Love you, JoJo.
But you're not driving around with the cat that often.
JoJo does not want to get in the car, so the car is not for her. I should know nothing about a Lincoln Navigator.
Right.
But by the end of the week, I'll have done my research. I'll have spent few hundred miles driving it. I will be able to write to the consumer who actually is shopping for them.
Yeah.
New cars for old money style is another term paper. You really got to put yourself into those shoes and start looking at vehicles, not just in terms of feature set or, a lot of times new exciting styling is also dramatic. And that doesn't necessarily convey the message that these cars do such a good job of conveying. So we're looking at vehicles that are about, grace and elegance. They are not flashy. They're not shouty. Some of these you're going to be able to get with a pretty potent engine.
Sure.
But looking down the line, I'm pretty sure all of them basically have a quiet exhaust note setting so you can sneak in and out of your gated community.
Real old money. We're really trying to embody this.
Yeah,
today.
we want nice vehicles that don't project affluence.
I do want to ask. I'll run through the list so that the listener has an idea of what to expect. As always, there are chapter markers. You can jump ahead to a certain car if you want to hear us speak to that one, or join along for the whole ride. I want to ask. So, best cars for old money style. Every car on the list is, as I read it, except for one, maybe two, they're all pretty well known luxury marks.
Well, yeah. We're not out here shopping from upstart brands.
Yeah.
We want heritage.
Yeah. But none of these marks are supercar level. None of them are. They're all in the realm of approachable luxury.
Yeah,
is that a thing? There's no McLarens. There's no Lamborghinis.
There's no Bentleys.
There's no Ferrari.
No Rolls Royce.
That would be new money style.
Well, I think a Bentley and a Rolls Royce.
That's pretty old money.
You can make a strong argument there.
That's pretty old money.
But I also know that if you want a Rolls Royce, you're talking like $250,000.
Yeah.
Just to get in the door. So we wanted this list to be accessible for those of us who are maybe aspirational buyers, not just those of us who are in that, super high income earning band.
Well, we wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Subscribe to the podcast. Maybe we'll get there.
I guess I'll quickly run through the list.
Yeah, let's
do it. So people know what's coming. Yeah. I'm going to read through it as it's in the article, which is alphabetical, but we're going to talk about it based on the value or the money of the car when we get into this discussion.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Bear with me. Here's the list: Cadillac CT5, the Genesis G80, the Infiniti QX60, Land Rover Defender, the Lexus LS, the Mercedes-Benz GLS class, Polestar 3, Porsche 911, the Toyota, interesting, Land Cruiser, and the Volvo XC90.
That's right.
So that's the list. That's what we're going to talk through.
Hop down in the comments.
Down in the comments.
Just don't even bother listening to the rest of it. Let us know what you think.
So like I said, we're now going to get into the conversation, and we've broken it down by dollar amount. So we're going to go from cheapest up to that six-figure crossing threshold.
Let's do it.
The under 60K category.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting off the Cadillac CT5.
Yeah.
And I did do a quick Google search. The richest man I could think of that seemed like he might appreciate old like stealth wealth, Warren Buffett.
Oh, okay. Sure.
The article I found says he drives a Cadillac CT4. So this is kind of in his realm.
Yeah.
I kind of expected.
I would not have guessed. Warren Buffett, Cadillac CT4.
I mean, who knows when this was written? I don't have sources. I kind of expected to see like he drives a Toyota Corolla, like a 2004
very
Corolla.
Value driven.
That's what I was hoping for, and I didn't find it. But this still connects to the Cadillac CT5.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could argue that like Toyota Camry is like actual stealth wealth.
Yeah. Well, like the Subaru Outback, you find those in every neighborhood, regardless of.
So I used to live in Charlestown, Mass, which I was renting.
Substantial.
But there's it's a expensive real estate. It's a suburb feeling city neighborhood just outside of Boston.
Beautiful.
Yeah, famous for bank robbers, but honestly, when I was there, it was all babies and dogs.
Yeah.
Very lovely place to live.
Yeah.
Every single street corner, you were going to find Grand Cherokees and Outbacks.
Absolutely.
And like they'd be parked next to an Audi Q8 and a Mercedes GLS. Yeah. But
is the Outback maybe the true stealth wealth vehicle?
I don't know if it's stealth wealth so much because like you're not getting the craftsmanship that you get out of the vehicles on this list.
Absolutely.
I think what we do see there is like there are some vehicles that have kind of like a name brand heritage. The Outback has been with us for a long time. The Grand Cherokee in particular has been with us for a while. Sure. And they demonstrate kind of like a utilitarianism. They're practical. And I think that stuff, like, no matter how much money you have, you want a vehicle that's going to be able to do certain things. And the Outback has always been one that's like, well, yeah, it's not going to do the Rubicon Trail for you, but it'll do what you need it to do.
Sure.
But let's start off on that Cadillac. I feel like we got a little sidetracked there.
The CT5.
Yeah. When you think of Cadillac, just like give me like your tweet.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
When I think of Cadillac, the first thing I think of, one, is the CT4 Blackwing review that we did a couple years ago.
That was sweet.
Fantastic. We're not talking about the Blackwing here because that's probably a little ostentatious. I think of Seinfeld.
Oh.
The 90s sitcom. You know it, you love it. And I remember, did Jerry buy his dad?
My son bought me a Cadillac.
Yeah. That's what comes to my mind first.
Wow,
is like elderly cars. And I guess in the 90s, Cadillac meant something different than it does today. Maybe you even say in your article, it's maybe not the same thing as it was a couple decades ago, which would be the 90s. So my first thought when I think of Cadillac is Jerry buying his dad a car.
Yeah.
And like that being a pinnacle that man then drove around his retirement community.
So when I think
Tell me why that's no longer the case.
Well,
or is it?
If I will tell you why that is no longer the case.
Perfect.
And I will do so leaning on the crutch that is television.
I love
just
that.
as you have.
Give it
so
to me.
In the 1990s, Jerry bought his father a Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And in roughly 2001 maybe, Tony Soprano bought himself a Cadillac.
Okay.
I think the Escalade is where we shifted with the Cadillac brand away from like the Don Draper Cadillac to the Tony Soprano Cadillac.
Okay.
And the CT5, for what it's worth, that feels much more to me like a Don Draper Cadillac than the Escalade does. Now, like, yes, celebrities and athletes and, humble trash collection kingpins of New Jersey, they might drive Escalades, but a car like the CT5 drives beautifully. It has a great engine, great chassis. Now on the inside there is this new touchscreen, 30 or not touchscreen, but display, 33-inch display. It's really impressive. It might be a part of it is a touchscreen, and that's like a little less stealth wealth for sure.
I'm going to put it down on the screen so that you can see it because it is an impressive screen. It almost looks like the screen from the Escalade, but in a much smaller
I think it is.
surrounding. Yeah. Yes. So it looks humongous.
Yeah. But you step outside that car and it's probably got 20-inch wheels on it, but it's got great proportions.
Yeah.
There's nothing about the exterior. Even the photo we have of this one is a bright red metallic, and even painted red, it doesn't look flashy.
No, it looks
nice.
It looks sensible.
Yeah.
My mom, a lot of my childhood, she had a Chrysler 300.
Oh, okay.
And I get
one
a lot of
more
Chrysler
like bubbly
300
ones. Not like the blocky like made in Detroit.
It was
look.
before it got to the blocky harsh side, but this kind of gives me Chrysler 300 vibes again from my childhood. Seinfeld and Chrysler.
I can see it. Yeah. So on that one, we did Mad Men, The Sopranos, and Seinfeld. I feel like we're really setting ourselves up for the next 9 cars.
Yeah.
How much TV do we watch here?
Well, my TV has gone off a cliff since having children.
Oh.
I don't have as much time anymore. So on the CT5, granted, we're talking about cars you can buy today. On our article, we have used listing shelves that kind of just show some great deals in your area. So if you go to the article, it'll be location tagged to you and what's around you. I'm seeing some low mileage 2024s for in the 50s. 55, 56.
I'd say if you're shopping used, late model year, low mileage, depending on the trim, you're probably going to be looking to like mid 40s to low 50s.
Okay.
And the starting price on this car when new is just under 50. It's 49,090, including destination.
They just got under. That is including destination. Important
destination.
Point. We like to include destination when possible.
Yeah, and then fascinatingly, there's a $50,000 spread.
Yeah, tell me about
this
that.
trim. So the Blackwing is like the tippy top, right? That's the more performance oriented, as you noted.
That's the loud one.
Yeah, it's loud. Yeah. It's not a country club car, but it's pretty sweet.
Does that car? I don't know if you know this. Might be throwing you a curveball. Can you turn off the loudness? I know there's some cars that have loud exhaust. You can like push a button and it's quieter. Can it become a country club car?
I'd have to like revisit.
I didn't invent that question.
Yeah. it wouldn't surprise me. It like has kind of like the baffle situation with the exhaust. Most of the ones that are really loud have a button to get louder and a button to get less loud.
I'm thinking of the F1
or a button to get
it's
less
the F-150 Raptor had the Baja exhaust button.
Yeah.
That made it
Which
inappropriate.
that one includes like a little warning on the driver display where it's like, this is only for off-road use. And you hit it and you're like, oh yeah, no, sure. I promise.
So the F-150 Raptor, not old money style.
No, for sure not.
Good to know. Next, let's keep on rolling in the under 60K category. We have the Infiniti QX60.
Yeah, we talked about this on the pod.
Yeah, we did.
With Dave a little bit ago.
He would have been right here.
Yeah, either that. He might have actually been here.
You're right.
I think he was in house, in
Dave,
office.
we miss you.
Oh, I do miss him. He'll be back. He'll be back soon.
He'll be back soon.
The QX60, I think, is just a really good looking luxury crossover. You know, it's like I'm not going to put it in the same ballpark as like a BMW X5 or a Mercedes-Benz GLE, or frankly, even like the Audi Q7.
So right there, you mentioned 3 makes that don't have a cheaper version.
Oh, right? Good point.
So the Infiniti is the luxury make of Nissan.
Yes. So this is like the super fancy Pathfinder.
Yeah. So you mentioned BMW, Mercedes, and Audi.
Yeah.
All 3 of those, they're only luxury. There is no lower end, right?
Well,
Audi kind of has
more. There's no
Volkswagen?
like mass market version of it. Yeah. And
is that part of this? Is that why you kind of put them on different echelons, maybe different tiers?
I think that's why they live in different echelons. Okay. So like Nissan and Infiniti, you know, for an economies of scale solution, they have to make a car with a Nissan badge, feel and be worth an Infiniti price tag. And the QX60 is that approach. And for what it's worth, I think the Pathfinder is a severely underappreciated vehicle. I like it a lot. I think the Pathfinder is kind of at its best when it's in Rock Creek form.
Hey, we talked about this.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
The best 3-row SUVs episode. Talked a lot about the Pathfinder. We love the Pathfinder here.
The QX60 is interesting because I think it's also it's a good option, particularly from a styling standpoint. I think it earns its place on this list because of how it looks. You know, it doesn't drive better than any other luxury 3-row crossover out there, but it looks just as good as any of them. And I don't know, I think I look at the one we have here and it doesn't look flashy. It doesn't look ostentatious, but I've been in this pretty recently actually, and it's incredibly comfortable. Nissan and Infiniti have incredibly comfortable seats.
And they've cleaned up the infotainment. Used to have
a little bit.
I'm not sure about the QX60, but they used to have that double touchscreen.
Oh gosh.
That was tough. Maybe
it was a creative solution.
It was a solution.
Yeah.
So now it looks a little more Nissan-ish, but I think far more usable, if you will, if you'll allow that.
It's a grown-up's car.
Yeah.
You know, this is a car that you buy when you've made it, but like you haven't lost sight of who you are.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going out and spending the first big Christmas bonus on the super SUV.
You had the Pathfinder and you said,
you're
I've
buying
done
something
well.
that's a little nicer.
Yeah.
A little nicer.
I've earned it. I'm going up to Infiniti.
And like not all Infiniti. You look at like the QX80, shouty. Very shouty.
Very expensive.
Very expensive too.
The one we had crossed the 6 figures.
Yeah, the QX60 does a better job of kind of playing it cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's on the list, right? That's the whole point.
That's what we're doing here.
Okay, that's the QX60. Now, the last car that fits in this under 60K category, it's one of the only, like I said earlier, non-luxury marks. It's the Toyota Land Cruiser.
And this one's nothing like that Infiniti.
Yeah.
Right?
Tell me why this one, as the author, why does this one belong?
To be honest, I don't know if this Toyota Land Cruiser, the 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser, which they call, I think, oh gosh, I can't remember what the name, the J250.
Okay.
It's that generation. I don't know if that's necessarily like the best way to spend your $50,000.
Sure.
But the Toyota Land Cruiser name, that is an old money name, my friend. Even like the predecessor to this one. Oh my gosh, I would never recommend that somebody spend $100,000 or $80,000 on a previous gen Toyota Land Cruiser.
Sure?
But I understand why they did. Because it represents reliability.
Sure.
Represents heritage. The Land Cruiser name has been around since like before Jeep, actually.
Okay.
The original
Really?
Land Cruiser
Wow.
was like a Jeep, like a general purpose military vehicle prototype that got pitched out. Didn't get the contract didn't get purchased, but the name kind of continued on, and they've made millions of these things around the world over the last 70 years, and it stands for something.
Yeah.
And I think that when you combine that brand equity, God, listen to me, brand equity.
Are you on the marketing team?
Yeah. Well, you combine that with the kind of like heritage focused, back to old school off-roader looks that this J250 generation has, I think you have something that really speaks to like the practical nature of the old money purchase.
Wow. Fantastic. I literally couldn't have said it better myself. So
I blacked out.
There, in the helpful, guide we have here, it is the vehicle on this list that has the smallest delta from cheapest to most expensive trims.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So like you said, the CT5 has like a $50,000, but the Land Cruiser, where is it? It has a under $5,000 spread from cheapest to trim
and there's
levels.
only 2 trims now. So in the first year, in 2024, when this generation launched, there were 3 trims, but the top one was the first edition. That would have extended that spread a little bit. The other thing to note is that when we're looking at that, we're not looking at option packages. So this is starting
just the base
MSRP for each trim.
Sure.
But yeah, it is interesting that like you basically have 2 choices with the Land Cruiser. You have the we'll call it I think it's the 1958.
Yep. That's
is the base trim? And then the top one is just Land Cruiser.
Hey, they're keeping it simple.
They're keeping it simple for us. But yeah, I mean, you're getting a few more things, and you're not paying out the nose to get them in that higher trim of the Land Cruiser.
Yeah,
I also think it looks really good.
I was going to say, anecdotally, I think it looks great. I think it looks awesome. The picture we have here that you're hopefully seeing has the white roof on the blue body, and I think that two-tone look.
Were you out there for this?
I was. Yeah, Natalie and I went out to the first drive to shoot this. So check out Natalie's review of the Land Cruiser.
It's really good.
Really good, and I think it's a good-looking car. The two-tone roof it's getting to be a little played.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the big spanning name on the back is getting a little played, but sometimes it still looks really good.
The wide space letters is not a little played. That is entirely played out. Stop doing it. All right, stop spelling. Like,
talk to the people.
Have an emblem. Have a logo. Bring back logos. One of the things I love about Subaru is that Subaru has that I can't remember. It's like Pallades, or I don't know what the name of their. It's like the star, the constellation.
It's the 7 stars.
Yeah,
Polaris.
It's not Polaris.
No, it's not Polaris.
But they have that logo. It's front and center, and I always thought that's all you need for the brand. People recognize that with the brand, and then they had Outback. Forester, Impreza, just kind of off in the corner. And the new ones are going wide space letters.
They're leaning in.
And I don't get it. Like, the other thing is, like, it really depends on the vehicle name.
Sure.
Oh my goodness. The Ioniq 9, the Hyundai Ioniq 9. Huge. Well, I mean, the vehicle's huge itself, but the kerning of the letters, now we're really getting out there for the nerds. It's spaced wide enough, and the 9 doesn't. It's like part of the name. So you have these, what is that? 6 letters and a number. IONI.
5 letters.
5 letters and a number.
The digit.
And there's no like center point on it. And of course the I is a completely different shape than a 9 on the other end. And it's just like, it looks off center. Yeah. And I don't mean to call out Hyundai specifically. So many vehicles suffer from this. Yeah. Lexus can do it all they want because it works. Because you've got a nice wide L, a nice wide S, E, U, and an X in the middle.
The X is a good center.
X is a good center.
It's a good center.
But oh my gosh, I don't need to see any more wide space letters. I'm so done with them.
Matt has thoughts. If you watch his reviews, you're going to hear this going back years.
Yeah,
and
but I'm buttoned up on the review. It's not until I get on the podcast
that this is where you can let loose.
Yeah,
let your hair down.
Which is another reason I should listen to the podcast.
Listen to the pod.
Yeah,
well, if they're here, they are.
You want me to be honest?
Just
listen to me for an hour.
A quick insertion of fact. Pleiades. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it
sounds right.
Pleiades, Pleiades.
Yeah. Pilates.
I don't think it's that.
You can't just get on the machine.
I don't even know what that means. All right.
The real ones will know.
Well, thanks for... Yeah, I've never done Pilates. Have you done Pilates?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Maybe you can tell. We're not Pilates boys.
I know a Pilates instructor, and I once had a terrible crick in my neck.
Okay.
And she gave me like a stretch to do with my arm over my head or something. And it like worked like a miracle. I was amazed, but I don't think that counts.
You know what?
I don't think that's doing Pilates.
This bit is getting cut out for social.
Okay.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Comment. Okay. We're rolling right along. We're moving up a price category. We're jumping up. By the way, the Toyota just skated in at $58,195.
Yeah.
So Toyotas, some of them really testing the price ceiling.
Oh, it's okay. Well, another thing on the Toyota that we should call out.
Please.
Very, very similar to the Lexus GX, which is not on this list.
Love the Lexus GX.
I love it as well. But you look at the Lexus GX with the big spindle grille, a lot of the capability between those two vehicles, there are some mechanical upgrades that you get in the GX that you don't get in the Land Cruiser. But a lot of those vehicles are the same, and you actually just get more luxury, a little more capability, depending. Like if you get an over trail trim GX, you get some genuine capability upgrades. But the reason that we didn't put the GX on this list, we decided to go with the Toyota, is because the Toyota Land Cruiser has that Land Cruiser name, that heritage, and frankly,
that's part of the style.
It's part of the style,
yeah.
and I think from just a looks perspective, it's a lot more unassuming. The GX it's a little in your face.
It's in your face. Yeah. We just published a GX versus Armada comparison on the YouTube channel. Really great video. The most common comment is, why are you comparing these two? Full size versus a arguably mid-size-ish. But they're priced the same.
Yeah. And that's why we did it.
That's why we did it. So if you're curious about that comparison.
Isn't that wild? A Nissan Armada and a Lexus GX.
Yeah.
You get more space with the Nissan, but I bet you get some other stuff with the Lexus that you don't get with a Nissan.
Well, go check out the video. Cliff did it. Awesome video. Okay, we are getting into the next level: $60,000 to $80,000.
Okay,
base price.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first. I know that you and I both have fond feelings towards this brand.
Yeah.
So the Genesis and the G80 specifically is on the list. Genesis, another one of these makes that is a luxury arm of a more mass market Hyundai.
And yet you would never know it.
You wouldn't know it until people are like, it's just a Hyundai. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Those who know.
Those who know.
No.
Yeah. Old money style. The G80 is, I think, a fantastic car. I think what I really like about Genesis as a brand is that you see a car and maybe they don't have the biggest recognition to the general public, but you see a Genesis, you know it's a Genesis. They have such a consistent...
well, it's those wide space letters.
I'm thinking mostly their front end. They're huge spindle kind of diamond grille and those like parallel headlights.
Really spindle, but I understand what you're saying. It's kind of like that mesh design.
It's a mesh.
Yeah.
It's a crosshatch. Spindle was not the right. You just said it for the Lexus. It was in my head. But I love how Genesis really leans into their look.
Yeah.
And the G80 is a really great example of the Genesis look.
Well, and this like mid-size sedan, luxury sedan, it used to really mean something. Like a 5 Series was a car. You bought the 5 Series when like
you were doing something.
Yeah, when you didn't buy it when you graduated from dental school. You bought it when you like started your dentist practice.
Dental school call out, unexpected.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure my dentist growing up had a 5 Series.
Okay, fair enough.
But no, I mean I feel like the G80 is the modern standard for me of that mid-size luxury sedan. And they're so comfortable. They are so serene. They drive really well. It's just I love everything that brand makes. I think the GV60 is like a little quirky.
Yeah.
Although you put it next to an Ioniq 5 and you're like, oh, I guess it's not that quirky.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know if I don't know if I need to be buying a luxury midsize sedan, but if I was buying a luxury midsize sedan, I would buy a Genesis G80 and you wouldn't have to ask me twice.
Wow. Okay. So the Genesis, what I like is their trims are also descriptive of what they are. The base is a 2.5T.
Oh,
2.5 liter turbo.
Yeah, okay.
And then they have the upgraded 3.5T.
That must be a 3.5 liter turbo.
I believe it is.
Okay.
And when we are loaned cars, they're generally the top trim. I haven't spent much time in a I don't think I've spent any time in a base model, like in the 2.5.
Yeah.
But man, these things have some oomph behind them.
Yeah, that 3.5 liter turbo.
Yeah, it'll move you.
It's a beach.
It's a beach. The highest trim we have listed here is $78,495.
Yeah, which honestly is not that expensive for this class
comparatively.
Vehicle. Yeah,
we don't have the numbers, but I assume it's
I'm gonna look up
5 to 10 cheaper ish. Matt's gonna. I wish I need to get some like hold music or some Jeopardy music.
So the pricing on a 5 Series. Oh, this isn't going to be good. A 550,
is it no longer as competitive?
A 550 EX drive is $74,575.
Well, maybe Genesis is moving up market.
Well, hold on. What if I did Mercedes-Benz E-Class? Let's just pick as many cars as we need to make our point. The E-Class tops out at $76,290. Okay, so at the top end, I suppose we're not quite getting the same. Okay. So this just in, the Genesis G80, not the value it used to be.
But
let me
still
tell
nice.
you, starting at $58,595 though, that's a compelling price. And E-Class is going to start $4 or $5 grand more than that.
Okay.
A 5 Series.
But there's a higher ceiling to the G80.
Well, marginally,
sure.
Yeah. You're paying a little more. The 5 Series starts just about the same amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that section maybe got a little sloppy.
That's okay.
But that doesn't mean we love the Genesis any less.
I'm still buying a Genesis. They're so comfortable.
They're comfortable. The sense. I know other cars have sense, but the sense and the delight
that
setting.
Lincoln I'm driving right now has a scent. Yeah. Right now it's set for like Mystic Forest.
I love that. The Hyundai I'm in now does not have a scent.
Oh.
The next car, this one is, I don't know how stealthy it is.
It's not that stealthy.
Okay, so it's the Land Rover Defender.
Yeah.
And Land Rover Defender, I think there's a pretty very wide margin of what you can spend.
Yeah.
I'm looking at our graph here.
Huge.
The base price for the Land Rover Defender 90, that's the 2-door short one, the short boy. That is $58,525.
Yeah, nobody buys that one.
Probably not. That's why it's in the upper category. The highest you can spend is the Octa Edition 1 at
nobody buys that one.
at $170. So the difference between base and top trim, $110,000.
The Octa Edition 1 is not stealth wealth.
No, is that like a twin turbo V8 kind of massive thing?
There was our Carpathian edition, I think, that we tested.
Yeah, we did a review of that one. Cliff did that one.
A couple years ago, maybe. Similarly, there's nothing stealthy about this. And frankly, the one that Natalie tested for us most recently was I can't remember exactly what the trim was, but it had the County package, County Edition package.
White wheels,
and
blue roof, beautiful.
Even that, I really liked how it looked.
Yeah.
Had
Still
those,
a little flashy.
Had those like white steel looking wheels. But it's not like the most subtle. I think
subtle's not the word.
The Defender, similar to the Land Cruiser, the reason that it deserves to be on this list is because it's a Defender.
Yeah. It has the name. It has the
right. It's not a Range Rover.
It's not a G class.
It's not a G class.
It's a Defender.
But it's if you think about like all those rich people down on Nantucket or whatever, they're all driving Defenders.
That's my friends and family.
Granted, their Defenders are like 50 years old and they were imported and they have, they know their mechanic because he's constantly maintaining them. But the Defender has been a choice for the quietly rich for years.
I love that.
So why not include it?
Why not include it? Let's move on along. So maybe we do these two together.
Okay.
Because they're partner brands. Maybe you can talk a little bit to that. We have the Polestar 3, and it's not its sister or brother, but the Volvo XC90.
Yeah.
Volvo is Polestar's parent company.
Yeah.
Am I correct in that? There's a relation.
There's a relationship.
Is it like a Hyundai Kia?
That's not correct.
Okay.
Volvo is owned by Geely.
Like the Ben Affleck
Exactly.
vehicle?
Yeah, just the
Geely?
same thing. Spelled a little differently, based in China.
Yeah,
but
a little different.
Volvo is the like design headquarters, the manufacturing. It's still a Swedish brand.
Okay.
Polestar is the same way, but they are both owned by this Chinese company, Geely. Geely. I think there might be another E in there.
Okay.
But
We'll survive.
I think I got it right.
So maybe these don't belong to be talked about together, but we're going to do it because we've started.
And if you sit inside both of them, you see the family resemblance.
Especially in the infotainment.
Yep.
Right.
There's a
which I think is the weakest part of at least the Volvo.
Well,
you've been in the Polestar 3.
I haven't.
You've been in the Polestar 2.
I've been in the Polestar 2.
Okay. We got there. We're getting there.
And we do have a full review of the Polestar 3.
Yeah.
By all accounts, terrific car. XC90 for decades has been a terrific car. Has also kind of just been like the choice for people who want a quietly luxurious 3-row SUV. You know, they've got their kids that they need to take to school, and they don't want to drive something super flashy, but they want to drive something nice.
Yeah.
I think both I'm not 100% sure if it's available in the Polestar, but the Bang & Olufsen stereos that are in is it Bang & Olufsen? Bowers and Wilkins.
Oh, that's a step up.
It's funny. They use Harman Kardon as well.
Okay.
And I just Googled it, and it was like Volvo cars and audio engineers work closely with Harman Kardon audio teams. And I was like, it's not Harman Kardon. I love Harman Kardon stereos, but the Bowers and Wilkins one is on a different tier.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted.
That's okay. I was just expressing my admiration for the XC90.
Yeah,
they're
beautiful vehicles.
It's the first car I ever worked on at CarGurus. It was my very first review that I had a hand in. So it's holds a special place in my heart.
Well, as we noted in our full review, now I'm just reading off the page. Let other manufacturers be drawn into the nouveau riche fashion. Volvo knows which side its bread is buttered on,
preach.
And it's staying firmly in the old world elegance camp. Natalie Harrington, everyone.
Wow.
Right?
We have some pros on the team.
If I could write a sentence half as well as she could, it's just... Yeah, we got some good ones.
Yeah, we got some good ones.
Come back, Natalie. We miss you.
She'll be back soon.
Yeah. Honestly, take your time. Not because we don't miss you, but because, motherhood is an important journey.
Please. So, the Polestar 3.
Where are we going?
The Polestar 3. You've been in the Polestar 2. The 3, we do have a review in it, but I recall it wasn't your favorite EV.
It's not necessarily my favorite EV. I found the packaging of the 2 to be challenging. Particularly the rear view is tough.
Tiny.
It's tiny, and the rear view camera in the one that I drove, which again was a few years ago, was kind of felt like it was pulled out of the parts bin. Wasn't super nice. But the 3 is a totally different beast. It's a different body style. It's more of an SUV. It's a newcomer to the space, and Polestar itself is a newcomer. So the fact that it's kind of it's leaning so heavily on that Volvo design language speaks to the efficacy of Volvo's design language. I honestly just like one look at the Polestar and you say, oh, this is nice. This is a nice car. I know that this is a nice car, but there's nothing in like specific about it that's going to jump out and catch your eye.
Right.
I feel like that's old money style right there. Is it not?
I think it looks good on the road, but anecdotally, at least me here, don't see that many of them.
The 3.
The Polestar in general.
Oh yeah. You definitely don't see a lot of 3s yet.
Yeah. I remember the last time we saw a Polestar, I was like, look at that. And my wife was like, what? And I said, Polestar. And she said, what's Polestar? She didn't even know the name Polestar. So
they're not cheap either.
Sure.
The 2 used to have a range of trims, so it had a lower starting price, but they've basically dropped everything other than the like big dual motor version one. So I think they're like 70-ish.
Okay.
It's not a cheap car.
Not a cheap car. All right. Let's roll right along. We're in the back. We're in the back stretch.
Yeah.
80
I'm like flying by the seat of my pants at this point. You're steering the ship.
$80,000 to $100,000 is the next category. We have two vehicles that fit into this. We have the Lexus LS and the Mercedes-Benz GLS class.
Yeah, very different cars.
Very different cars. I want to talk about the LS first.
Yes.
Because I checked today. It's still true.
Yeah.
It is our most successful editorial video, and it's yours. Your video on the LS.
And check it out. What do we say in it? Do you know what we say?
I didn't watch it. I checked the numbers.
Yeah, 1 million other people have watched it, but not you.
It's almost, well, I watched it when we put it out. But
okay, so you're saying that the 1 million views are not all from you.
They're not all from me.
Yeah.
A lot of them
we
are
say
from me.
it's a real old money car.
Yeah. Really beautiful.
It is a beautiful car.
What do we think? I've never driven the LS. What do you think about it with your time? I know that was a while ago.
Yeah.
What sticks in your mind about that car?
You know, when you're driving on the highway, and it's like a long drive. Ideally, like, I don't know, if you're going like through like central Pennsylvania, you got a pretty straight road.
I'm aware.
You just got the cruise control on, and you just settle in, and you fall into what I like to call highway hypnosis, where you're awake, you're paying attention, but the miles just fall away.
They fall away.
Yeah. That's what driving a Lexus LS is like.
Okay.
The miles just fall away. It's quiet. It's smooth. It's serene. It is one of those vehicles.
You're painting a picture here.
It's one of those vehicles that I would almost rather be sitting in the back seat than sitting in the driver's seat. It's comfortable. It's designed like a limousine.
Okay.
And that's probably one of the reasons why it's remained such a popular car with people who want things that are reliable, that are practical, that are comfortable, that are quiet, but don't look over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It starts in the low 80s, 81, 685.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Well, it's in the 80 to 100 category, but you can go up to almost 120.
Yeah.
That's not true. 116. I apologize. 116 is the top trim. So that's a $35,000 spread in what you can choose to spend on an LS.
It's a car for a very specific type of buyer.
Sure.
But if you're that buyer,
perfect.
I mean, it's like an LS, a 7 Series, or an S-Class. And you're not going to get a 7 Series or an S-Class for the price of an LS. I would say Genesis G90 is in there. But Genesis G90 is actually kind of like sneaky flashy. Nobody knows what it is.
Sure.
You hardly ever see them.
Sure.
But that's another one that's very, it's just lovely. Lovely to drive.
That, I know you know this, but the G90 was the video we did where I was driving and you delivered the on-road commentary from the back seat, which I thought was a fun twist.
So testing that vehicle, I actually took it from Boston to the White Mountains with a friend of mine to go hiking.
It wasn't me. I don't hike.
It's a hell of a hiking vehicle.
Yeah, perfect.
And I picked my friend up, and he came out and he looked and he said, "Can my dog come?"
Not today.
I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mike."
You're like, you can barely come.
Yeah, he can't. But shout out Indy, you're a good dog.
Indy, we're thinking about you.
Good boy, Indy.
So the next car in this pricing tier, we have the Mercedes-Benz GLS.
This one, if you know what you're looking at, you know that this is big money.
Yeah.
These things are very expensive, very big, very powerful.
You even say here, it seems a bit ostentatious for this list.
Yes.
And I think my take on Mercedes is when you get inside a Mercedes, it's just a lot. It's ostentatious is the perfect word. I described it as a Miami sunset, the Miami Beach Boulevard, neon everywhere, shiny chrome on the inside.
When you've got the ambient lighting like on pink,
it feels a little much.
It's got
to me
the chrome air vents,
which if that's what you want, you can't do better because it's the most insane interior.
Well, take a look at the vehicle from the outside.
Yeah,
it's Teutonic.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it's
big.
It's big,
but it's thick grille, big wheels.
Very understated,
a lot of chrome.
though. slab-sided.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not a whole lot. I don't think there's that much chrome. I mean, there's chrome.
It's not more chrome. It's just
No.
the silver chrome pieces are thicker. Like the grill that I'm looking at here that's on screen.
Okay,
Those
yeah.
4 thick bars of chrome.
Yeah.
Just kind of, it's kind of in your face. It's thicker than you'd expect.
Well,
That's my initial read.
this is the one we're looking at is a GLS 450. We did not actually. I wrote down the prices for these, and the top trim that I wrote down for was the GLS 580, which is 117,
Yep.
750. I like pretend like I'm just, like about to estimate,
Yeah.
but like I have it written down here. That's how much costs. That's starting MSRP, including destination
Yeah.
for that trim level.
But
Yeah, you can go higher.
You can go higher.
So we did a video on the GLS 63 AMG, which is like $150,000. And ours was painted this like great dark, deep green, had like a little bit of metallic flake in it. And that one had the vertical grill.
That's the one that says
That one,
this one's serious.
Yeah. Also, I feel like the wheels on that one were like $6,000 or something. Like it was. That one shows off the money. But even that one, when that was parked in my driveway, I remember I got into it with my wife. And I looked at her and I was like, how much do you think this car costs?
You won't believe it.
Yeah. And she was like, is it a lot? It's a lot. And I was like, it's a lot. She goes, what is it like? Is it like $100,000?
Yeah.
It was like 165 or something. It was insane.
She's over it.
But you would never, even that car.
Yeah.
You look at that car and you're like, that's not $165,000. I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth it. It's built beautifully. It's an incredible vehicle, but it doesn't necessarily flaunt the price tag quite like some other vehicles do.
It feels like it fits in with other Mercedes,
Yeah.
which are nice, but not 120, 180 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. We are in the last price bucket.
Yeah, the last car.
Well, yes, the last car. There's one car in this price bucket. It's the over $100,000 bucket. And we're talking about the Porsche 911.
Yeah, because
Now,
you know what? Stealth wealth gets to have a sports car too.
My question for you is this stealth wealth at all? Did you just need to find one that was over 100 grand? Did you need to find a sports car?
You got to have a sports car.
You got to have it. And your comparison
What's the point of having all that money if you're not going to have a little fun?
Your comparison is it's not a Corvette. That's not stealth wealthy. That's not classy.
It's not just it's not a Corvette. It's not a Corvette. It's not a McLaren.
Sure.
It's not a Ferrari. It's not an Aston Martin. It's not. None of those vehicles are as well known and yet as understated as a 911. 911 has been with us for decades. Not just I say that a lot because I'm like not 100% sure when a car started. It's like, oh, it was from like 2000-ish. So I'll say decades, but literally like 7 or 8 decades.
It has a history.
911. I think it was from the first ones were in the early 60s, I think. So yeah, what would that be? That's be like 8 decades. Sure. Okay. So we know this vehicle well. It really hasn't changed the formula too much.
Yeah.
It's still a rear engine. I would say rear wheel drive. You can get them with more and more of them with 4-wheel drive. It's almost like they've been around long enough and they sell in high enough numbers that they don't have the rarity of like an Aston Martin, which is pretty much the only other thing I would put in this area from a looks wise. They can be a little more subtle, but like nobody looks at a Ferrari and says, I wonder if that's expensive.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at a McLaren and says, oh, it's probably reasonable price. So, and like a Corvette is the only thing on the road that can come close to a 911's performance and doesn't cost more than a 911.
Sure.
And nobody is buying a Corvette who's like, going to Bushwood Country Club.
I think the Porsche, I mean, this is the quintessential Porsche. It's the one you think of when you think of Porsche.
Yeah.
Although maybe the Macan is kind of getting there because you see so many of them. But this is like everybody knows, my wife, your wife, they kind of know that's a Porsche.
Oh,
there's no.
Yeah, I mean, Kim definitely knows because there's like 17 toy Porsche 911s in our house.
Well, that helps. That does help. You're raising them right, huh?
No, those are mine.
Oh.
Yeah, those are my toys.
Good to know.
Maisie does like cars.
You're raising yourself right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm raising myself right.
You're raising yourself. All right. That is our list of best new cars for old money style.
Yeah.
I think to just wrap this up.
Which one are you going out and buying?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
I think the answer is Porsche. It's the 911 is probably the one. However, if I'm taking away I don't know, the one that I could potentially see myself in, not now, but in the future, it's the XC90. I think the XC90 is such a nice vehicle. It's practical. It's safe, or at least it has the strong reputation of Volvo being safe. I have 2 kids and a dog, so I would need a little bit more space. I think the XC90 really fits that bill. The other one might be the Land Cruiser because it's cool, and I think it looks great with that white roof. But the XC90 is probably the one that I'm looking at the most here.
Hard to go wrong with the XC90.
Sure.
I like it a lot. I don't love how reliant the tech is on a 4G data connection.
Mm-hmm.
And
it really leaned into the Google built-in.
Yeah, and that's becoming more and more common. So maybe I just need to get over that. But because you took the XC90, I honestly, where my life is right now, I lean towards that Infiniti QX60. I think it just makes a lot of sense.
Hey, you chose the Pathfinder. Now you're choosing the QX60.
Well, or maybe I'd go Toyota Land Cruiser. Yeah, because I really like it.
It's cool.
I really like the Land Cruiser.
It's a cool car.
I might give them a call, see if they can send one up.
Maybe.
You know, spend a week with a Land Cruiser.
Let's do a 2-week loan. Send it over to me after that.
Yeah, and then we'll let the folks, let our wonderful audience know what we really think about it after another week with the Toyota Land Cruiser.
Well, Matt, thank you for podcasting today. Thank you for writing this article.
Thank you for having me, pal.
Hey, I'll have you next week too.
Oh,
you can't leave. That's your chair.
It's great to be here.
Everybody, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you're one of the real ones. We appreciate you. Remember, most of these cars are available on the YouTube channel as a video review. As we've spoken, they're available on the website as written reviews. And of course, you can buy them. You can search for them on CarGurus.com. So go to CarGurus, the best place to find a great deal. I want to wish you all a great week. Happy tidings. I'm going to send it home.
Happy tidings.
Happy tidings.
All right.
Goodbye. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you.